Honestly, it's probably the first time that I can't be bothered to give my opinion on the scorecards because I'm just blown away by what Conor Benn did tonight. Respect to Eubank, I mean he was incredibly tough as well, but I just can't believe the heart and guts. I've never seen a fighter dig in that situation.
A really good fight. I think it was a lot closer than what it was. Commend Conor Benn immensely because he put on an amazing performance.
I don't think people put enough credit on the boxing ability. For me, doing 10 rounds, doing 12 rounds, I'm well conditioned.
The aftermath of the highly anticipated bout between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn has ignited a firestorm in the boxing community. Following Eubank Jr.'s unanimous decision victory, with all three judges scoring the fight 116 to 112 in his favor, several boxing professionals voiced strong criticism, arguing that the scoring did not accurately reflect the closely contested nature of the match. Despite the unanimous decision, many observers felt that Conor Benn's performance warranted a much closer scoreline, leading to accusations that he was unjustly robbed of a fair outcome. The controversy has sparked widespread debate and renewed calls for greater transparency and accountability in boxing adjudication.
We have a result in the fight of the night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The middleweight contest between these two British middleweights.
112, the winner by unanimous decision, Chris Eubank!
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard one to swallow, man. Yeah. It's a hard one to swallow. I mean, obviously, I didn't come into the fight thinking it would be that close. I didn't come into the fight to lose. I didn't come in the fight for anything apart from winning. And obviously, it weren't good enough. So I need to do better.
Following Eubank Jr.'s unanimous decision victory, with all three judges scoring the fight in his favor, several boxing professionals voiced strong criticism, arguing that the judges' scoring did not accurately reflect the closely contested nature of the match. The bout, held at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, carried historical significance as it rekindled the storied rivalry between their fathers, Chris Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn, which captured the boxing world's attention in the 1990s.
Oh my, how good was it, Johnny? Yesterday you did an appeal down the camera to Chris Eubank Sr. and I know you spoke to him this morning just how good it is that he's in the house. He's here with Chris's son.
And seeing these pictures put a lump in my throat. That's a father and son, not a manager and a fighter, not a promoter and a fighter, a father and son. So regardless of what has gone on between them, Chris understands the importance of being here tonight for his son. And that was our conversation, and that was all just to remind him that's your son, regardless.
So you're saying you made the difference, Johnny?
No, just reminded him who he was.
Very quickly, psychologically, Conor Benn is watching on that arrival. What's that going to do? How is that going to get inside his head?
For those pictures we saw of Nigel and Conor watching, I am telling you, it's like, uh-oh. It's uh-oh, because now he's got his army.
I mean, the crowd here, when Senior was shown, they went wild.
The fight, billed as Fatal Fury, was originally scheduled for October 2022 but was postponed after Conor Benn failed a drug test for clomiphene, a banned substance. Following a thorough investigation, Benn was cleared by the World Boxing Council, and the bout was rescheduled for April 26, 2025, at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. The event attracted a crowd of 65,000 fans, all eager to witness the next chapter in the storied Eubank Benn legacy.
That you were able to take his punches. As you said, you hurt him a few times. He's on his way to the hospital, apparently with a broken jaw. So all of the things that people were saying you couldn't do, you did. What do you think was the margin that actually was difficult for you, or maybe swayed it the other way?
I don't think people put enough credit on the boxing ability, for me. Doing 10 rounds, doing 12 rounds, I'm well conditioned, and I can box. I haven't always got to knock out my opponents. Well, evidently I have, but I mean, I can do 12 rounds.
The recent clash between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. has drawn comparisons to the iconic 2008 bout between Manny Pacquiao and Oscar de la Hoya. In the dream match, Pacquiao, then the reigning WBC lightweight champion, moved up 2 weight classes to face de la Hoya, a 6-division world champion. Despite concerns over the size disparity, Pacquiao's speed and precision overwhelmed de la Hoya, leading to a technical knockout when de la Hoya's corner stopped the fight before the 9th round. Similarly, in the Benn vs. Eubank Jr. fight, Conor Benn, traditionally a welterweight, stepped up to challenge middleweight Chris Eubank Jr. Despite Eubank Jr.'s clear size and experience advantage, Benn delivered a commendable performance, showcasing both his power and resilience.
I will be putting a bag on Conor Benn, and here's why. I believe we've seen this type of fight before. The similarities are unreal. 2008. A 29-year-old Manny Pacquiao faced a 35-year-old Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar de la Hoya was the favorite in that fight against Manny Pacquiao because not only was Oscar de la Hoya an experienced and fantastic fighter, he was just naturally the bigger man, and they thought Manny Pacquiao was insane. Chris Eubank Jr., as the bigger man and skilled fighter, people are seeing him as the face. And me too, I am predicting a Chris Eubank Jr. win. But where I'm going to put my money is going to be on Conor Benn because of the history. The similarities of what we saw in 2008 with Manny Pacquiao and Oscar de la Hoya. No, Conor Benn is no Manny Pacquiao, but don't get it confused. Chris Eubank Jr. is definitely no Oscar de la Hoya.
British rapper and boxing enthusiast Dizzy Rascal described the Chris Eubank Jr. vs. Conor Benn fight as mental, highlighting the intense action and emotional stakes involved. He praised both fighters for their resilience and determination, noting how the bout honored the legacy of their father's legendary rivalry. Dizzy emphasized the fight's significance in British boxing history, calling it a classic that truly lived up to the hype.
Wow, the century, innit? Look at this. Mental. Mental. Beautiful.
Only boxing does this?
I don't know about that. I reckon football does. It's just football stadium, isn't it? So, yeah.
We're all on the pitch today. Talk us through what you feel about the Benn Eubank fight. Talk us through what you feel about it.
I don't know, man. I love them both, man. I don't even want to see anyone lose, man. Watching what Junior's had to go through, like the hydration and all that, it's really interesting, man. I just hope he's well. And there's a rematch clause anyway, I heard anyway. So yeah,
a controversial split points decision, okay. And then they'll do it again.
All right. That's all right. It sounds like it's already written, then, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, man. It's good to be here, though, man. Good.
It's always great to have you at the boxing. Thank you, Dizzy Rascal.
Eddie Hearn had an emotional reaction following Chris Eubank Jr.'s victory over Conor Benn. As a promoter deeply involved in the build-up to this high-profile fight, witnessing the intense battle firsthand left him visibly moved. Hearn expressed deep admiration for both fighters' heart and determination throughout the contest, but his reaction was especially poignant when reflecting on the personal stakes that made the bout so significant.
Emotional, that?
Yeah, I'm just so proud of him, honestly. Probably the first time that I can't even be bothered to give my opinion on the scorecards because I'm just blown away by what Conor Benn did tonight. Respect to Eubank, I mean he was incredibly tough as well, but I just can't believe the heart and guts. I've never seen a fighter dig in that situation with the size of that challenge, literally, and just never stop trying to win. Like even in the 11th and 12th round when he had nothing else.
For Eubank Jr., the victory was not just a professional triumph but also a moment of redemption and validation. Eddie Hearn was overwhelmed by the spectacle and the significance of the fight, recognizing how much it meant to both fighters, their families, and the fans.
Chris Eubank Jr. is very, very dangerous with that right hand, and that right uppercut that he throws is a lethal shot as well. If Conor comes in square with that, it may be his own undoing. So all Eubank's got to do is just hold his ground, let him come, create the space a little bit, and that's probably, he hasn't got to go looking for him.
Again, it's down to levels. I just feel that Eubank has boxed at a higher level. He's boxed to Gale, he's boxed George Grove, he's boxed Billy Joe Saunders. All right, he's come up short, but he's had that experience. There isn't anybody on Conor Benn's resume that you could even suggest has been anywhere near of that sort of calibre of boxer, and he knows his way around the ring, so providing he's not weight.
Algeria's a good fighter, wasn't it?
Excuse me?
Algeria was a good fighter.
Yeah, I'd probably beat Algeria. you know, I'm not really.
You're
I'm not,
three-weight world champion.
I'm not really buying into that. Sorry, I just think he's quite ordinary in the bigger picture.
I just think that his career.
And he was at the end of his career.
Johnny Nelson clashed with Eddie Hearn during a heated exchange after Hearn supported Chris Eubank Jr.'s decision to move fighter purse payments directly to fighters. Nelson strongly disagreed with Hearn's stance, expressing frustration over the practice. He argued that such a shift could create conflicts and disrupt the traditional systems used to manage fighter payments. Nelson emphasized that established methods are in place for a reason and warned that deviating from them could lead to unintended consequences.
Staying on the Sun now, mate, did you see that he paid all the undercard fighters from back in 2022 when the first fight was actually cancelled? Do you think that mugged Eddie off a little bit?
Mugged him off, mugged everybody off. Because what Chris did, when he mentioned it in the last press conference, I thought, why is that just slid under the radar? Why does nobody make a big deal of that?
That was a class touch.
That's
man.
a massive touch.
Yeah.
And so all of the promoters, all of them, all of the promoters that are out there, and all of the guys that have got the big bucks, and they're on the top of the card, and the fight that's fallen through. What Chris Eubank Jr. did, to me, was commendable. Because I've been one of those fighters that's turned up for a fight, and the fight's been off the night before. And you think everybody's on AJ money. Not everybody's on AJ money. You know, 5% of the fighters are on mad money. 95% of the fighters have to subsidise their career with the second job. So Chris doing that, he's basically saying, Eddie, Conor, come on, step up. These guys all with some developed amnesia. They've gotten deaf and they've forgotten thinking Anna. And it's up to the press and the public to put them under pressure to say, shame on you. If he can do it, why are you not doing it? If you love our sport so much, if you care for the fight so much, why are you not doing it? So when he did it, I'm like, you know what? That's a proper drop the mic.
Fraser Clark shared his thoughts on the intense bout between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, stating that the right man won. He acknowledged the immense heart and dedication shown by both fighters throughout the match. Clark emphasized the importance of such high-caliber bouts in British boxing, highlighting the pride and respect both athletes earned from their performances. His reaction underscored the deep respect and admiration within the boxing community for the warriors who step into the ring and give everything they have.
He's a seriously dedicated young man. No one can ever take that away from him. And he's tried his very best. So fair play to him. I'm not his biggest fan, he's not my biggest fan, but I do admire what he goes through, and I do admire the approach that he has. Because this is a boy, I said this earlier in the week, this kid, as fighters and people that come from where I come from nothing. And I come from a place that's tough and hard, and I have no other way out. And so the 99% of fighters, this is our way out. We dream of getting to them silk pyjamas. We dream of going to bed in the silk pyjamas and not being able to sleep. This kid was christened in silk pyjamas, and he chose to take them off and get in the ring. And Conor's the exact same. So I have a lot of admiration for both of them from that perspective.
In a stunning and emotionally charged moment, Chris Eubank Sr. made an unexpected appearance at the highly anticipated bout between his son, Chris Eubank Jr., and Conor Benn at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This gesture marked a profound shift in their previously strained relationship, as Eubank Sr. had been openly critical of the fight and had distanced himself from his son's boxing career. The sight of the elder Eubank at ringside added an unexpected layer of emotion to the already intense atmosphere, signaling a possible reconciliation between father and son.
Congratulations, Senior. Congratulations, Chris. How are you feeling at the moment?
It's going to be five. Bring that back.
Eubank Sr.'s arrival was met with a wave of astonishment and excitement from the 65,000-strong crowd. His presence not only amplified the drama of the event but also hinted at a possible reconciliation between father and son. Nigel Benn, Conor's father and Eubank Sr.'s former rival, expressed his genuine happiness over the elder Eubank's attendance, framing it as a heartfelt family affair and a tribute to their shared history in the sport. The moment felt like a full-circle reflection of the deep ties and rivalries that have shaped boxing history.
It was a big surprise for us, but when did you decide that you were going to come here and fight like tonight?
Okay, so the better way for me to explain it to you is as follows. You have your superconscious mind, which is your spiritual mind, and you have your surface mind, or your ego mind. So what you should know is that the superconscious mind was always coming. Now, the surface mind may not have known, but the superconscious mind always knows. And it always does the right thing, because it's always graceful and it's always forgiving. It's always noble. Need I say more?
When did you tell Junior that you were coming?
Now that's another story. The idea is to keep everyone in suspense, otherwise you kind of give away the show. You have bad actors who give away the show, and you have actors who get Oscars.
In the aftermath of the fight, Chris Eubank Jr. emphasized the importance of Conor Benn fighting in the correct weight division. He pointed out that Benn's decision to compete at a higher weight than his natural class had impacted his performance. Eubank Sr. urged Benn to remain disciplined and focus on competing within his proper weight class in future bouts. Reflecting on his own presence at the event, Eubank Sr. explained that his attendance was a symbol of support for his son, Chris Eubank Jr., and to witness the intense contest between the two fighters firsthand.
Chris Eubank's here as well. Sir, you turned up to support your son. What a night.
Well, I was always going to be here for my son, irrespective of what you thought. I mean, it's a show. So suspense is part of the game. Now, the performance, championship rounds, standing toe-to-toe, the credit I'm going to give to Conor. I told you he was a superior fighter, but he shouldn't be fighting at 160 or 156. He's a 147 fighter. What couldn't he do around the world? He's been destroyed by the people who are handling him, and they have to be brought to account. Do your job. Do your job. Do your job.
It's great to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Chris Eubank Jr. has expressed a strong desire for his father, Chris Eubank Sr., to be by his side during his fights. Eubank Jr. deeply values his father's experience and guidance in the ring, recognizing how crucial his presence is during key moments. Their bond transcends the typical father-son relationship. It's rooted in mentorship, strength, and invaluable advice. Eubank Jr. sees his father not only as a source of moral support but also as an essential part of his corner, providing both emotional backing and a wealth of boxing knowledge during the most intense battles.
If he's watching this, what would you say to him?
I'm here. I'm getting ready for the biggest fight of my life. If you want to be next to me, like his father next to him, we can do it together. If not, no hard feelings. I'll get the job done for you, don't worry about it.
Do you love him, your dad?
He's my old man. It doesn't matter if I don't talk to him until the day I die, I'm always gonna love him. He taught me everything.
Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, renowned for his fiery personality and passion for sports, shared his prediction ahead of the match between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, expressing confidence in Eubank Jr.'s abilities. Ramsay stated, "I think Chris has got this one," highlighting his belief that Eubank Jr.'s power, skill, and experience would give him the upper hand in the bout. Ramsay was among the notable celebrities in attendance at the event, which took place at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Who have you got? Ben Eubank. It's whetting everyone's appetite. How do you see it?
It's tough on this one. I mean, two phenomenal athletes at the top of their game, so none of them deserve to lose. And jumping up a weight is hard, but jumping up two is even harder. So Chris has got the advantage if it goes past 6. Ben's got to get this done early, otherwise it's going to be Chris's. I predict Chris in round 6.
"I want Conor Benn to win," Rice stated, emphasizing his personal connections with Benn and trainer Tony Sims. While he acknowledged Eubank Jr.'s skill, Rice's loyalty was clear. He also expressed deep admiration for the bravery it takes to step into the boxing ring, admitting, "It takes a serious man to get in that ring alone in front of 60,000 fans or so. I don't think I'd be able to do that, but I'll stick to football."
Coon Cassius, IFL TV, the legendary Declan Rice.
How are you, mate?
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
I'm all good, I'm all good. Give us a prediction for tonight.
Oh, mate, it's a tough fight. I know Conor, I know Tony, so I'm going to have to go for Conor Benn.
What have you made of the whole build-up of this fight, Dex?
It's been crazy. It's obviously settled down last few weeks, obviously since the egg situation. Thought that was crazy, and then obviously yesterday the weigh-in stuff, that was nuts. So yeah, I've been really looking forward to coming, to be honest. I've not been to the boxing for ages, so I can't wait.
Last time you come here, wasn't it with Mason Mount?
Yeah, it was AJ against Usyk, the first fight. Obviously didn't go the right way, so hopefully tonight it does.
Last one. Give me some encouragement for Tuesday night, mate.
Yeah, we're confident, mate. First semi-final in, since 2006. Going to be a big night for the club. We're confident and we're ready.
Re-kick juries?
Oh, mate. I know the next one I missed, though. That's going to be the problem now. I'm going to get hammered for it. But yeah, they were special moments as well. Hopefully get another one.
You could score a better goal than that, be serious. No. The second goal.
It was just because it was like back-to-back. It was like, there wasn't one or two in between that I missed. It was just, mate, to be honest with you, it still feels weird. It's really, really special. And
I believe a rematch is necessary. What adjustments would you like to see from both fighters?